Hello, pile number 3. This is crazy. So, I do a word of the day for, yep, there it is. Yeah, I do a word of the day for all of the piles. And the first one, the pile 1 was joy. Pile 2 was truth. And joy came up in pile number 2, which was truth. So, welcome back to your love readings, my sensitives. Know that you can always call on me for a personal reading at Energy Healing Oracle 555. But right now, we're going to see what your specific cards tell us about. So I'm going to flip these around a little bit and see what the word of the day is for pile 3. Remember. I will remember you. Oh, I love Sarah McLachlan. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory. I'm so tired, I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. Funny how it feels so much, cannot say a word, though we are screaming inside, all of us. We can't be heard. All right, we are going to say what the cards say about pile number 3. But, as always, thank you, the Divine, for being here. Divine, all of the angels, archangels, ascended masters, guides, everyone who is lending us wisdom and encouragement and clarity and guidance. So, remember. What do we have to remember? It's an interesting prospect. I'm just waiting to see if what happens, what I think is going to happen happens. What do my pile 3 need to know about their love life right now? Where are they? Who is coming towards them in love? That is the question that I was positing. Oh! Divine is making it easier on me because I have injured my right shoulder and this half of my body is like, no! Oh, okay. We have lifestyle in the closet. Secrets being held on, it says down low, but it's on the down low. Okay, so someone is choosing to ignore something. Again, this could be... Okay, well, I'll wait. But we also have self-love, which is acceptance, self-treatment, intentions, and self-awareness. So, and this is around winter. Now, we're in winter now, so it could be, yes, this lifestyle that you are involved in. This is what is supposed to be happening now for this season, or that something is going to happen around next winter. But we shall see. I think we're going to end up drawing 8 of these guys, but we'll see. Oh, air signs. Okay. I'm an air sign. I'm a Gemini. So, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. If this could be either you are this sign, or your person is. Okay, can we get some more details about who is coming towards pile 3 in love? Union. Okay. So I'm not sure about the time frame, but union, again, is something that happens between twin flames. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You guys are all clearly in twin flame relationships. And this channel is for people that are on a healing journey, but a healing journey, like the path to union, is a healing journey, because you have to heal, number 1, in order to experience union with yourself, and you have to heal in order to experience union with someone else. So we have the divine feminine and we have the divine masculine. So I would say a lifestyle is the divine masculine, whether it's you or them, and whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Currently on the down low. So you might be in a little bit longer of a wait. So it's winter now, so it may be around a year. And I know it sucks to hear that. But what's coming at the end of that year is reconciliation, coming back together, second chance, rebuilding. And if you can hang out in the energy of self-love right now, and I'm saying you as in the divine feminines, whether, again, they're masculine or feminine, your job right now, look at where there's a ball of energy and it's at her throat. And it makes me think of saying your truth or singing. You know, it's about your life purpose. And when you spend time and energy putting effort into self-love, that activates the divine masculine, who is who is operating a little bit behind you, right? They're still in the closet as a twin flame. You are coming into union with yourself first. And if you can do that, there's definitely a possibility of union. Okay, what else can you tell us about this match? Oh, interesting. Denial, not facing the truth, dismissal, refuse to give in, and contradicting. So that is anything that the divine masculine could have engaged in order to blow up the relationship. Because typically, and I feel like a broken record now after 3 readings of this, you come together quickly and then something happens and the relationship busts up majestically, and it takes a while for people to figure their shiz out. But we also have call. Expressing, conversation, unblocking, hearing your voice. Okay, so, and take this with a grain of salt. Either you're ready to do this or you're not. But if you have their phone blocked, if you have them blocked on social media, etc., then you as the divine feminine are definitely putting up a boundary. You're saying, don't contact me. And if you do not want contact, that's okay. Especially if the behavior that the divine masculine exhibited was disrespectful, was violent, was cruel. Like, rejection is protection in this case, if those are the types of behaviors that are going on. And in that case, no, you protect yourself. But if you're feeling secure in yourself and you do want to open a line of communication, you can. And then you just have to be able to say, well, just going to go back to being in union with myself while I wait and see what happens. Some people decide they want to call, but generally it can put the divine masculine back. So what else can you tell us? This is great information. Just one more, please. One more. Thank you. Oh, regrets. Yeah. Oh, remember I said guilty? So we're just going to put those over because there's a lot of emotions going on, and this could be for one or both of you, because you could definitely have regrets. It's not fun when a relationship that with someone that you really cared about and became attached to very quickly screws up. So regrets, blamable, being distant, guilty, feeling ashamed. But blamable, if we're talking the divine feminine, they could be a lot of I blame you for this. That could be true, only you know. But I would say this is more divine masculine than divine feminine. As well as not facing the truth, dismissal, refuse to give in, contradicting. Okay, well, that's pretty darn clear. So unlike the other readings, I'm going to skip one of the other decks I used, and I'm going to go straight to the Twin Flame deck to get the naked truth. Here, an energy healing oracle, 555. I love my owl clock. I said owl clock? That sounds like a mourning dove. I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see what bird that is. This brings a little of the outdoors indoors. Okay, so the naked truth is generally about the modus operandi of the divine masculine. To give you an idea, as I'm talking to the divine feminines, what the heck is going on? So, what can you tell us about the divine masculine's behavior? And I'm looking for 4 cards to be balanced here. Oh, how many did I get? Oh, I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very insecure. Okay, so they have to come to terms with their own insecurity. It's tough to do. Oh, but even though they're coming to terms with their insecurity, they're also in their feelings because they miss your voice, your laugh, your humor, your touch. I'm in my feelings. So while they are dealing with not feeling brave enough or bright enough to come forward, they also miss you. They want you back, Ooh, that one wants to come out. What's this one? I'm at a crossroads. That's a good description of the 2 cards we just saw. Should I fight for this or move on? Relationships are a lot of work. Being single is easier. That's the fear talking for them. Relationships are a lot of work, but boy, when it's the right one, it's worth it. There's supposed to be a lot of work. All relationships are work. Doesn't matter. But with a relationship that's romantic, it's just more intimate. There's more risk, you know? And either that is worth it to you or not. If it's not worth it to them, then they won't show up. If it is, they will. Let's see. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Can you tell me more about that? I know you are my soulmate, babe. Babe, our bond is magnetic. I'm seeing all the signs. Okay, so they're really fighting with themselves. Because on one hand, they're saying relationships are a lot of work. And then they're saying, I know you're my soulmate. So basically, we're waiting for them to grow the balls and boss up. And because I did 8 for pile 1 and pile 2, I will do 8 for you guys. Are you making it easier for me? You are. Thank you. 4. I got 4. Thank you. Oh, naughty word. I effed up. I don't know what to say to you or how to make this right. Yeah, they're insecure. And this is why they're at a crossroads. They really this one up. I'm sorry I put my career before you. I'm trying to get out of debt. I'm willing to put in the time and effort now because I don't want to lose you. Okay. But there's also some things in life that they have to fix, I would gather. Oh, I ghosted you because it was getting too intense. I don't let people in my life easily because I have trust issues. Okay, fair enough. However, they're their issues, not yours. So this is what they are sorting out. Because if you're divine feminine, you were all in for the relationship, maybe even chasing too much because you didn't want to risk losing them, sending mixed signals. I could ask more questions about that, actually. You're different from the rest. They didn't mean anything to me. I only want you. Okay, so that indicates that there could have been a third party, a karmic, which means they chose the grass. Just listening to the wind. Exactly. They chose the grass that was greener on the other side of the fence because it was easier. So it sounds like they made a very bad decision to ghost you and chase after something else. That's not fun. That's rejection city. And where is my book? Oh, it's over there. I haven't done it yet, but I was going to put a picture of a book that I'm reading called ADHD for Badass Women. So if you are part of the neurodivergent community, like I am, and was in a twin flame relationship, or I don't know, I think maybe what I was in more was a karmic relationship, there was still lessons. And rejection was a huge one for me because the worst symptom of ADHD is rejection sensitivity disorder. It's awful because whether you have been rejected or not, because of trauma, because of past isolation or negative experiences, it's like it burrows a hole into you that's like a cavity. And that doesn't fill by itself. And because it creates a trigger for you. And the trouble is that a trigger of what feels like rejection but isn't an actual rejection in terms of sensations, they feel the same in your body. And that makes it very difficult because either way, you have to go and try and emotionally regulate that shit. And that is tough. And I also have, if you are looking for information on that kind of stuff, in my playlists below, I have stuff for ADHD. And there is a great podcaster, her screen, or her how she shows up when she is filming. I think she's got like a green frame around her so you'll be able to identify it. I took a whole webinar with her on rejection sensitivity because I didn't at all know about that. It was something that I only really discovered in the last year, about that being part of ADHD. It sucks because you go through rejection all of your life and have people saying to you, oh, you're too sensitive. No, you have ADHD, and rejection, whether it is someone just being an a-hole or it's someone actually rejecting you by ghosting you or going with someone else, feels the same. So the answer to that podcaster will give you is self-soothe, self-soothe, self-soothe. Enough. Self-soothe. Oh wait, no, wrong. This was your animal, and this guy, elephants in general, and Ganesh are the remover of obstacles. So remember, because, and of course this makes sense now, an elephant never forgets. Remember that if you are part of the neurodivergent community, our RSD could be affecting you, and this is part of your self-love, is to self-love yourself out of rejection sensitivity and get a handle on it. And once you get a handle on it, once you can get yourself to remember that this is something that is real for you, and you can self-soothe yourself out of it, then you have a chance at saying, okay, was this a rejection story or was this a real rejection? And then you can decide what you want to do with that information. Which makes me feel like you guys need a little love. So that means that I am going to use the Green Witch deck. Very powerful deck. And this is a very encouraging deck as well. So I am going to... Ooh. These are shuffling really easily. And then I make an ass of myself. I'm like... Nope. That time it worked. Okay. So right now I'm asking the divine for some encouragement, some wisdom, or some clarity for my beautiful divine feminines, divine sensitives, about how you can self-care or self-soothe during this period of time, whether union is this winter or next. Oh, earth. So ground. Anchor yourself. And today was pretty nice. I think the ground was probably still a little bit wet in Toronto. But if there is a way that you can put your back against a tree, great way to effortlessly ground your energy. But the other thing you can do, and I believe there is a tree meditation on my list below, so you can look that one up. Do some grounding meditations, peace grounding, because when you grow roots, put your feet on the floor, send your energy through your feet. Imagine the roots growing through your feet into the cold earth and anchoring you. And remember that the way that a tree grows is that it anchors with roots that are just as wide as the branches. So they have to reach as wide and as tall as the branches are because they're perfectly balanced. So we have the roots growing down, we have the branches growing up, and we have that nice stretch. It's like a yoga pose. It's like tree. So actually, maybe you might need to do, when you're doing yoga, you might need to practice some tree. See how your balance is, right? So earthing, that's also taking off your shoes. If you're somewhere that can take off your shoes and get your feet in the sand or the water or the grass. And there's also, we have the moon cycles here too. So don't be afraid to drop into our moon manifestation readings and manifest something for yourself. Some help. A person to come in to help, What else, Divine? What can we say for these beautiful souls that are on this very long journey? And you have my sympathies. And honestly, it's a beautiful time to be with yourself. I really benefited from it. Really, really. And even though I may have just been with a karmic, it didn't matter. I needed to spend that time with myself. And it gave me a really good excuse to believe in relationships again, to learn to trust myself, and to do what I needed to do for my mental, emotional, physical health. Ow, please, Spirit, soon. Oh, that's too many cards. My neck's starting to hurt. I'm done with readings for the day. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. Top or from the bottom or from the top? Top. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The one that I didn't get was moon phases, cycle, intuition. So that's just another clarification that if you want to do some moon manifestation, that's a good idea. What else did we get? Ooh, moss agate, positivity or change. So, isn't that beautiful? And the ferns. I love ferns. And see the little fiddleheads down there? Maybe you need some interesting things happening in your nutrition. My late wife loved eating fiddleheads. She fried them. And is that a butterfly? Yeah, that's a butterfly in there. And butterflies are the totem of big sweeping change. So you have the ability as well as the opportunity to create positive change in your life. This is your time. You got this, and harvest. And whatever your efforts are, you will show determination, you will show hard work, and obviously it's going to pay off. So this is confirmation. You can do this. I believe in you. Divine believes in you. So believe in yourself. Ooh, salt. Protection and banishing negativity. So, ouch, there goes my hand. So it's not enough just to remain positive. You want opportunities to cleanse the negativity out of your life. Salt. And you know how, like, in lots of movies about witches, you've seen people witches creating a circle of salt. You know, maybe you need to mind your boundaries. Maybe you need to figure out what your boundaries are and then really stick to them. And I just want to read their salt to give you guys more clarification on what this means. Salt is essential to life. The mineral is so precious that it has been used as a currency at times in history when its collection was labor-intensive and time-consuming. In magic, it is an all-purpose component used to create barriers to protect you, as a purifying ingredient in various blessings or holy water. Like, I'm going to go put a ton of salt in my bath that I'm going to have in about 10 minutes. Let's see, a purifying ingredient, various blessing, holy water, as a cleansing implement that removes unwanted energy from magical tools or spaces. The salt card reminds you that you have easy means to dispel negativity and protect yourself. You don't have to struggle. Salt is your partner in self-defense. Draw boundaries and keep yourself grounded. So, ground yourself first. Mind your boundaries. Remember to keep the energy surrounding you as clean as possible. Reflection. Is there someone or something you need to set a boundary with for your own well-being? That says it all right there. So if this person who effed up, if their energy is still clinging onto you, get rid of it, right? Because you do not want them to call if they are still in the effed up energy. So you can use salt if you want. Like it's like you use salt on the road when you want traction with something. Like you really want to do this right. But there are many ways that you can do cleansing. I take a spray bottle, which is somewhere. I put lavender essential oil and rosemary essential oil, and I cleanse the air. And whenever I do a cleansing, I always do an incantation or a mantra, or whatever you want to call it, and just ask that any energies, entities, or intentions that are not in your highest good, or the highest good, of anyone who lives with you, if they're around, that this dispels them, that they go back to where they came from. They're not allowed to be there, and ask the divine to help you do that. So you could do that spray, and of course I have this box right here. We've got some sweetgrass that you could burn. I personally love the sage, so I just put it in like a shell, and light it and blow it out, and just it feels like energetically, it feels so good when I put it over my head and cleanse myself, like get the energy of that out of your body too, as well as your belongings and your immediate space. The other thing I have is wood from San Paulo, which is it just kind of smells like a campfire. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit more neat, you could do that. And I think some people, and this is my favorite Indian incense, it's just, one that I put in a holder and light, and it just goes. You could do that, or you could use crystals. So this is amethyst, but if you want a cleansing crystal, you want something more like quartz, clear quartz, and you can even do if you look up how to use crystals to cleanse a room, you can have them in different places, in different amounts, in different places in the room, or you can do a crystal grid. However, how fancy you want to get with that is up to you. And okay, I think I'm going to leave it there because I need to take some salt, and it is so windy that I think my tarp might blow off my balcony, so I have to go out and fix that. So I'm going to take some salt, maybe some chocolate, and maybe some wine into the bath. My poor broken body. So wish me a speedy recovery. And tomorrow I will do a huge ass twin flame reading. I don't know if I'll do another pick-a-pile because this was very labor intensive. And I'm not up to snuff right now. So please stay tuned for that. Yeah, thank you for being here. And again, if you want to reach out to me to do a personal reading, again, it's an energy healing oracle 555@gmail.com. I would be pleased as punch to help you. But right now, I'm going to help myself. All right, take care, and I will see you later. Bye.